When you mentioned went to Japan in your special, I had like a little pang of envy. For some reason, Japan has been on my mind for the last year. We're trying to plot a trip to go there. Thank you for these. These are great.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Wait, you
I've
have
never
gone?
been to Japan.
You haven't gone.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inkling is to plan really hard for it, especially the longer you don't go.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And the more you age and then your families, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you keep thinking of like all the stuff that you would enjoy and have to do, and
The list keeps getting longer.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, sometimes it's about, I'm not an organizer.
no.
So I just kind of dive into things. I've gotten better over the years as you have to fail a lot, right? Miss that train,
Yeah.
right? Or even miss that flight. I've
Yeah.
done that.
Uh-huh.
And have to pay more, right? And then you're in this bad cycle of messing up.
I've never missed a flight.
You've never? Mm-mm. Incredible. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never missed a flight.
Do you know what happens when you do?
No.
Well, you feel really bad. You feel like a loser. And you sit there and you go, oh, God, you're judging yourself. And then you quickly have to figure out a plan. Sometimes you had to be there on time for something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's why you're going.
But usually, I've never missed like a show because of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like it's not like
Yeah.
I got better at this before I started touring.
Right. Yeah.
But it was like to see family or something. So
Yeah.
then I couldn't do that important dinner with the whole family.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You have to like rebook on the spot, and then like you have to
God.
pay extra. You can't get a refund for the other tickets.
Stand in lines.
Yeah.
Well, I was in Hawaii, and I was like, I'm getting closer to Japan. Let's just go.
Right.
Like, we should just go.
Yeah.
And then my wife wouldn't let me.
While you were there, you said, let's extend this and go
Like,
another 7 hours east.
Yeah. Because we're already halfway there.
Yeah. And how, I mean, hey,
Right?
okay, getting wild. That's very spontaneous.
That would have been very spontaneous.
Very spontaneous.
I know.
Because we're talking, how many more days, Tom?
Yeah.
In another country?
I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm just going to Japan. It's a calling.
Yes.
And she's like, I've got to go to work. I was like,
You're surfing? Yeah. I don't know, man.
I probably brought it up because I wanted to seem like I was spontaneous, knowing that she...
I know that you're an organizer.
Yeah, knowing that she had a schedule, and I could be like, it was her fault. But, but I really do want to go to Japan desperately. And a couple of my friends who've been recently, everybody loves Japan.
Yeah, rarely do people come back and say, I never again.
Yeah, all those people.
I don't even know. I've never met a person like that. That's why. So as you can see, it was very hard for me to actually even move to the States from Japan.
Yeah.
Because things do really work well there, from the trains being on time
Yeah.
to, just society, being considerate of each other. And
Yeah, that's how my one friend described it. He said, imagine having all the things that America has, but everybody is supporting each other and trying to live in harmony.
Right. Individually, you're sad.
Yeah.
Individually,
Why?
because you're thinking about everyone else.
Right.
When you do that inherently, you're forgetting you.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, a lot of, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing.
You're constantly thinking, are they okay?
Yes, yeah,
Right.
and you're in uniform. You can't really express yourself as much, so you don't want to stand out too much or be a weirdo. And if you are someone who likes something different than the society there, then it will be a hard place for you. And
Right.
I am that kind of person a little. I do stand out a little bit there.
Oh, you do?
My family, we're just a little bit of we're unconventional. We're weirdos,
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents were divorced from when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of taboo back then.
Oh, yeah.
To have divorced parents,
Right,
in
right.
Japan when I was growing up,
Right.
to having a mentally ill mom, to her being Taiwanese, something as simple as that.
Right. Is enough to be, you're the weirdos.
Right, yeah, because there was
Yeah.
also racism going on too.
Did you feel it when you were a kid?
I didn't, because I could blend in with a name like Atsuko, Okatsuka.
Right.
And not to be like we all look alike, because that's not the case. But how are you going to tell between a Japanese person and a Taiwanese person?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
My mom and grandma are Taiwanese, and, their names are, different.
Yeah.
And they couldn't even rent an apartment because they weren't Japanese, like blood.
Really? You
Yeah.
can't even rent an apartment.
Yeah, so there was some.
Could they if they were men?
I don't know. I
Right.
think it was also the Taiwanese thing. You had to be like a blood citizen or something like that.
Right.
You know, so there are darker parts of there.
Sure.
You
They're
know.
everywhere, right.
For sure,
But,
yeah.
yeah.
But from the outside in, I mean, you know the street. But hey, the streets are clean. I wonder if that's
Yeah.
why they do that.
That's
I
what
wonder yeah.
That's what my other friend was saying. The thing that really blew him away was that they had those fancy Toto toilets in the public bathrooms. He's like,
Right.
could you imagine that being in Washington Square Park? He said
Right.
people would have just destroyed it and spray painted it. It would have been a nightmare. But it's like you have this beautiful thing
Right.
for the public, and it works.
Right. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of like this, like, you know, if you don't get to express yourself individually, they're
Yeah.
like, hey, no gay rights, but have you seen our toilets? You know what I mean? That's how they, right? They have to
Yeah.
be like, Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. Isn't that great? You can't be you, but, you know,
Yeah.
we have that. And so that's, you know, that's that society.
Yeah.
So, you know, coming to the States, I mean, I was just in downtown LA yesterday, and I've
Yeah.
been in LA since I was 8.
Right.
But, you know, me and my husband Ryan were looking around like, man, you know, right, there's just like pee on our shoes, and then poo poo.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, dang. Yeah. You know, if we can collectively try to help,
Yeah.
you know, clean up a little bit.
I know. That's really been breaking my heart rate lately in LA, is that no one's helping these people. There's just no one's helping these people.
Yeah.
They're just on the streets and desperate and acting out, and it's not the perspective of make it go away. It's the perspective of why are we letting these people like suffer right in front of our eyes?
Yeah, totally.
It's
And everyone's like, oh, it smells like pee down there in the streets. Oh, these people. And it's like, well, have you tried to use any of the restrooms while you've had to pee while walking around downtown?
right.
Nobody lets you pee.
Yeah, right.
They're
Exactly.
like, did you buy a sandwich? I'm like, I just ate.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, okay, so if there's no restrooms available,
Yeah.
so of course I'm going to do it in the street.
Yeah, and I just think that if you are witnessing all of these people suffering, you can't help but feel somewhat responsible. You're you're involved. This is your place to live, and it's just like it's kind of like a sick feeling. It's not healthy for anybody. It's not healthy for people that are okay looking at it.
Yeah.
It's not okay for the people who are really suffering.
Oh,
It's like
and
they need some leadership to like just try something.
or at least like do the Japan thing, you know?
Yeah.
At least be like, if LA's downtown LA's gonna be like that,
Yeah.
there's gotta be like a Pikachu every corner to try to be like, hey,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Distract you from the real issues going on. At least have that. We don't have
But
that.
do you think it's purely distraction in Japan, or do you think that they actually have some of that social problems?
Oh, you mean like
Solved.
having the Hello Kitties?
Yeah, is it like
and
all distraction and there's really that much? It doesn't seem like on the surface. I know.
Well, it is a distraction for me. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, why do we scroll and look for dog videos, cute dance videos, or
Yeah.
baby videos, or whatever? It is a distraction, right?
Sure.
And so,
Yeah.
yeah, Disneyland. I think Disneyland, what it is a distraction.
I think what we do
For
is
the
a
most part.
distraction,
For sure, yeah.
right? I mean, that's kind of our. Even say it in your special. It's like this is your life is to try and cheer people up.
Right,
Right?
yeah. So, you know, I don't think it's not that.
Yeah.
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 Or, I mean, I want to say and I think that's okay. That's very meaningful.
Absolutely.
To create distractions.
Yeah, you need it as long as the other people are going to work on the problems.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
See, and we're not those people.
We're not because we're not. I don't. Well, I'm
I'm
assuming.
not.
Yeah, me neither.